Yeah, so yesterday we have completed the popular and upcoming movies. So today we'll be starting with the pagination part. So you guys know what pagination is, right? So currently all of my movies is shown in a single page, but there like on my mouse there can be some different buttons like one, two, three. So it get switched to different page, and for example we will set a value that we only want like 10 movies in one page and 10 in other, and that's what. So that's what the pagination is. So let's start. So currently you can see there are total of 1, 2, 3, 8, 12, 16, 20 movies, right? So for that 20 movies, first of all, we need to set a value that how much movies we want to show in one page. So let's say items per page. Let's keep it 8, and also we have to set a state or like on which page actually we are. Currently we are on the page 1, so we'll create a use state variable. So you can write current page, or set current page, and we'll set the initial value to 1 because we are on the first page. Yeah. So after that, let's design this part, the the section where the numbers will be shown. So after that, like this, okay, I've done this part. Mm, So movies, okay. Mm, we can do the, we can make an empty div inside a div. So what I want to do is I want to run this, for example, 8 times. No, not 8 times, like the total pages. So first, we have to see that how many pages do I actually have. So to calculate that, what we can do is, so right here we can write a function, not a function. We can write total pages. So to calculate total pages, you know that we have to write mm, the length of this movies array, that is 20 right now. Movies dot length, and after that, if we divide it by item per page, we'll get a total number of pages. For example, there are 24 movies, and we want 8 items per page, so there will be 3 pages. But there are uh, what if there are 26 movies? So if we divide it by 8, we'll get 3 point something, right? Like 3.2 or something. So, uh, but we will make that like for there are 26 items, then we'll be needing 4 pages because 3.2 page doesn't make any sense. It should be an integer, right? 3 or 4 or 5, 6. So to convert it into 4, we have to write just cross this. There is a function of math dot c. So it will convert it into the largest, like the first greater integer. That's why it will convert it. After that, in our UI part, we can call a function, not a function, but just array dot from. We will define a length of like how many components, like the small diff that we want. For example, if there are 4 pages, so this will be running 4 times, and after that, I don't want my element that there is no need of element. That's why I'm writing underscore and I'm writing index. It will help me to get to the which page I am actually on. And after that, in this array, let's create a button.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, who
Hello,
is this?
Vikrant.
Yeah.
Sir, in the when you get the response, there I think the API will returning the total pages also and the current page. If you do console log the URL in
ಸರಿ ಸರ್ ಬನ್ನಿ ಓಕೆ
Okay. Yeah, I got it. But what we are trying to do is, like, for example, I want my custom, right? So currently there are four, and so there are 20 items. So just forget about the UI and just see it as a concept, like how we can actually differentiate the different items into different pages. So in UI, if I go to page 2, yeah, you can see that call if I call here page 2, I will get a different, yeah, because we are calling the page 2. That's an easy, you can say an easy way, but you want to learn from it, like how to do this using React. Yeah, from API you can do, but let's do this on your own. That's why I'm manipulating and calculating by myself, and here are like given the parameters like items per day. So you can say this is customizable and we can change the values as per our needs. Okay. That's why I'm not using for the API for this. So in the button, let's
yes, sir. I understand.
so first we have to create a key. Okay. Index and then let's stylize it. So currently, so in array the index is 0 base, right? It will give 0, 1, 2, 3. But we want only 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have to write index plus 1. So let's
ಪ್ರೊಫೈಲ್
see
ಇಷ್ಟ
the, yeah. I think the text is black. That's why I'm not able to see it. Let's give a class of text white.
ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್
Is it working or not? No, it's not working right now.
ಇವಾಗ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಮ್ಯಾನುವಲ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಐತಿ
Again, I guess. Again, I did this error. Yeah, this error I do it a lot. Yeah, yeah, now we can see. So there are a total of 20 items in this, and we are getting 3 pages. So 8 will go to first page, 8 will go to second page, and rest of the remaining 4 will be there in the third page. Well, let's stylize it more. So first, we'll center it in our like parent div. The right flex, justify center, and let's give a margin in this, padding, and let's say, okay, make the font bold. I want to use font Lato, and I text should be zinc 200. Okay, text is already. Yes. So what I want to do is now, if I go to, so there is no selection thing, like I'm not able to see if everything is selected. So what I can do is I can create a, first I will write it in curly braces and then wrap it in backticks. And what I can write is, if my current page, so I have to write it, if my current page, current page is the name, right? If my current page is equal to, currently we are on the zero index, right? So we have to write index plus one. So if my current page is equal to the index plus one, so I want my, let's write it here, background to be red. Otherwise, I want my background to be, let's say anything. Just want to check it if it will work. Let's see. Yeah, I am on the first page right now. That's why the background is red. But currently I can't change anything because I have not made any like a like a change function which will actually change the value of my current page. So we can make that let us say after hmm, so when we click on this button, so I want to make the function handle page change, and in that I want to pass the index, or I can even write it directly instead of making a function. So set page, set current page, you can write it index plus, let's see if it's working. Yeah. So it's working. Now we are able to change the value. Like whenever we click on this, it will set my current page to my index plus one. And similarly, it will check this condition. It will change the background. Now let's change the background. Stylize it. Using when the page is clicked, I want to be a little lighter. When it is unclicked, I want it to be darker. Now, so it's light and dark. And we can give a margin from y-axis. Yeah. And even if, let's see if we can give any, this looks fine. Yeah, so we made the stylization of this pagination part. Now let's add some logic, like how we will get only 8 elements when we click on this. Now if I go to my here, currently I've created total pages. Now you know about slice, yeah, like it's a JavaScript uh, slice we use in JavaScript. It's an array function. So paginated events. So currently we are working on, we are getting the movies array. So movies dot slice, and let's understand this. So for example, there are movies from 1 to 20, right? So what slice does is it will like take only that section of the, for example, it is written 0 and 8. So for example, 0 and 8. So it will take the movies from 0 to 7. So similarly, I have to make a slice. So currently, if I am on page 1, if I am on page 1, so first of all, I have to write current page minus 1 because the array is in the form of the zero based indexing. That's why we will write current page minus 1. And after that, we can see how many items are present in that page. So that is items per page. And after that, the current page that we are on. Like for example, current page and how many items are on this page. So let's take an example here. Right now, if we are on the page 2, right? So if we write the value, like if you are on the page 2, so current page value is 2 here. If the current page value is 2, so this will be 2 minus 1 is 1, and into items per page is 8 that I have set already. And after that, this comma comes and current page is 2, and then number of items per page is 8. So we get the value that is 8 comma 16. So this will only take the elements that are in the range of the 8 comma 16, like 8 and 16 index. So it will take only that elements. That's why we have used their current page minus 1 and the current page only. So in our paginated events, we got our new array. So that's why we also have to change it here because it doesn't change the movies array. So instead of movies, we have to write the paginated event. So let's see if it work or not. Yeah. So you can see whenever we click on any of the pages, it changes the movies, and total there are 20 movies. So that is 4 here, 8 here, and then 8 here. So anyone here following like currently coding along with me? I can give some time to write it down. Or any doubts in this part? Otherwise, I'll move forward to like the scrolling. What I want to do is if I change my page, for example, to 2 or 3 or 1, I want this to scroll to my popular automatically. So if anyone have any doubts, otherwise we can move forward. So I'm commenting this out here just for your understanding.
ऊपर में क्या है एक बार कहिए जरा
Where?
ठीक हाँ ठीक है
Yeah, first make this change. one more thing, you can see, if I write 4 here, right, I change my items per page to 4. Now only 4 items should visible. You can see now there are 5 pages, and each of the 5 pages there are 4 items. So you can see this is customizable. You have to just change this part. I set it to 8. So now you can see this. After that, you have to copy this part. This part. After this, you have to copy, like you have to change the paginator's event dot map. Sorry, and then this part is there.
ऊपर में जरा दिखाइए पेजिनेटेड कॉन्स्ट पेजिनेटेड जो है हाँ, उसका ऊपर में थोड़ा ऊपर और हाँ हाँ यही यही हाँ 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 वही
Done, right? This part.
हाँ
Now make changes in this, like copy this and write paginated events and this part.
ऊपर में वो कौन सा पार्ट को पेजिनेटेड में कन्वर्ट कर दिया आपने
Where we are mapping our array, that there has made the change.
अच्छा
Because this is our updated array. That's why movie
हम्म
dot slice will return an array. That's why we are using this updated array.
मूवी डॉट मैप की जगह पेजिनेटेड इवेंट कर दिया आपने।
Hmm.
और ये बटन को आपने वो एरे के अंदर क्यों डाल दिया
Because we have to display the array of buttons, right? Like how much
हाँ
pages we
हाँ
want. There are
अच्छा
total
अच्छा
3 pages. That's why We have to show 3 buttons.
Okay, okay.
So you have done right. Let's move forward. You can see it in the code. Rest of you are missing something that I post today. So now what I want to do it, when I click on any of this button, I want it to scroll up to my popular pages to the top of this to here. So how we can do this? Hmm. So there's a useRef hook that we get with the React router DOM. So first import it. Sorry, sir. This that's I'm talking about is use location. So what use location will do is it will get our current location of the page, like on which page we are. So if we use location here, we will get the current page that is popular. And after that, you can use ref. The use ref will give a reference to our div. For example, here in our popular movies, what we have to do is right, you can see ref, and we have to create a reference here as well. Here, coupons, popular movie, reference. Currently, the value of useRef is null. I'll explain it, what's going on. After that, I'll pass this popular useref into my this part. So what I want to do is when I click on this, so I want to tell React that go to my heading part, that is popular movies. But how will React know that we have to go to this heading? So that's why we pass a reference to this. So we write popular movie ref. So then React will know, okay, now we have to go like scroll here. That's why we use useRef so that we can give a reference to our elements. Mm, right. So we have to create another use effect. And in the dependency, what we will do is we will add the location here because we want this part to run. Like I will write some code here. So we want this part to run only when my location when there is any change in my location. Then only I want this part to run. And when I click on this button, I want it to be like linked on this button and then where it should go. Since we are on the popular page, so we will write popular here. It was popular, right? Popular. And after that, we have to pass the key to our parent div. That's why we have to give it to link. What we have done is currently, if we unexpect, okay, link is not defined because we have not exported it. In location also, yeah. Import right link here. So if I click, you can see we are going again on this page, right? Now we will comment this again. And we have to create a variable location so that we can use the use location function. So location will get us like on which location actually we are. So in this, we'll write the logic that if location dot path name is equal to so location dot path name, what it does is it will give us the path like on which path we are, and after that if it says that yes we are now on popular. Now what I want is to popular movie ref will take this part like my heading, and after that it will check its current state, and then it there is a DOM. This is scroll into view. Scroll into view, we have to write as it is. And there are behavior. So there are two behavior that I know, that is auto and smooth. Auto will directly get to, let's see if it's working or not. Yeah, now you can see when I click on this, it will go to the popular movies because I have set my reference to the popular movies. That's why it goes on this. But right now it is auto, that's why it is going in one jump. But if I want it to scroll, I can write smooth here. Let's, let's see why it's not working. Mm, it's maybe not, why it's not working?
मेरा में कीड़ा आ रहा है
What kind of error? So when we write smooth, it should go up, to scroll up in a smooth way. But I am seeing that why it's not going up. No errors in the console right now. Wait 1 minute. Hmm. This location. Maybe popular movie ref. Hmm. Behavior. Maybe the school. The reference are fast to this. I think okay, you can write this. I will check it afterwards, like why it's not working. You have to import this part and use location. The use location is imported in React Auto domain. Useref is in React. Yeah, I'll see it afterwards. Currently it's running on auto.
मेरा एक क्वेश्चन था
What?
बाय डिफॉल्ट मेरा वन सिलेक्ट नहीं हो रहा है बाय डिफॉल्ट कुछ नहीं आ रहा है मतलब बाय डिफॉल्ट ब्लैंक आ रहा है और अगर मैं वन सिलेक्ट कर रहा हूँ तो वन सिलेक्ट हो रहा है तो मूवी आ रहा है नहीं तो वरना कुछ नहीं आ रहा है
Actually, you must have done some like problem while writing the code. I can watch it, like I can watch your problem after the class. Okay, so you can stay with me after the class.
Okay.
So I will look like tomorrow, like why it's not coming. Otherwise, it should go smoothly to our popular movie section. But right now, it's not going. So I will look into this. So what now we want to do is, when we click on any of the movies, we want to go to a separate page, and that page will contain more information about the movies. So let's create a page. So let's say movie details.js. Movie details.js. And in our app, we copy this, paste it, and write details. And here we have to write movie details. And in our popular section, when we click on this div, to whole div, it should go to a movie. So that div is from here to here, right? You can give a link. Link to details, and we have to pass the key in our parent div. So it should go to the details page. Yeah, it's going to the details page. Now in our detail page, let's call our layout that we made already. Yeah, this is our details page layout. To go to is we are getting this. So if I go to my API, you can see this is how we have to run the API. So I have already copied it in my commented this out. And this is a sample ID of a movie. So this requires a movie ID. So here we can see what we get in the movie ID. If I go to this and try it, so you can see we get a lot of details about the movie. So this is the uh, genre array, and then popularity, poster path, and vote average, vote count, and the overview as well. So we'll use this to get the details. So first of all, mm, so what I want to do is here, because I don't have an ID to access. Okay, so when I am in this page, I want to call this API. I will cut from here and just paste it right now. So when I am on this page, I want to call this API, but it requires a movie ID. Okay, but the movie's ID is here. You can see movie.id. But how we will access the movie ID from here to here? So there is a method of params. So let's say we wrote here details. We can write here ID as well, right? So if currently if I just write it as it is, you can see it is written details here. If I write ID, it won't be working because I have not passed any ID in my popular. So if I have written ID here, so it expects some ID when I give a link here. So first, when we are using dollar operator, we have to make sure we are using curly braces. Then backticks, and after that we have to give the movie ID with the dollar operator. We'll copy this movie ID So what we have done is we will pass the movie ID in the parameters, and here how we have to access it. So there is a hook in React Autodom, that is use params. So inside the use params, let's say hmm, params. I will restructure it and I will call this use param. So if I try to print this ID, let's see if we are able to get it or not. I'll save both of the files and refresh it. Now currently if I click to my this, so you can see I get this ID in my the details page as well, and also you can see in the URL you can see this ID is also visible. So that's what we are doing. We are actually utilizing this ID with the help of use parents, which is provided by React Router Dom. Okay, so we got the ID. Now we just have to make an API call and replace this ID here, and we will be able to get more details about the movies. Let's do this. First, we will create a use state of movies. Set not movie here. We have a single movie. Set movie use state, then an empty array. And after that also we need the API key. For now, I'll just copy it from here. And I will also copy this function here. Also copy this use effect to call the function. So instead of, you can say after movie, we have to write, like we have to remove this part. And then before, also we also don't need this. So we have written our API key. After the movie, we have to give the ID. Now I'll set this to movie because it is movie. First, let's print the response and let's see what we have to actually set it to. So I will just the console.log. I want to see the response that I will get. Fetch movie. I write chain of fetch movie details. Give the same function name to this. So let's see if we get this. Yeah. So I have printed the response. Let's see if we get any of the actual is not defined of the use effect. So we have to define it as well. Now it should be working. Use effect. I have already defined it. Yeah. Now check the inspect. Now you can see we got a response when we call this API with this ID that we pass to our popular page. And in this ID on this object, we can see inside this object there is a data, and inside the data there is all of the details that we need right now. So we only want response dot data. If I refresh it, yeah, response dot data will get us the all of the details about the movies. So we will set copy this part and delete it. And in our response, in our set movie part, we will write response dot data. Now our movie will be set to response dot data. And let's see in our UI part as well. So I will write here. If I got uh, movies, yeah, movies only. There is a one part. That's fine. So if I try to bring, let's say, if movie dot title some other information like there is overview as well. Um, if the text white with the text white here as well. Yeah, so you can see that we got some information about the movies. That is name and the overview. And after that, we can also call the image as well. Mm, inside this div, I'm calling the image. Yes, RCS. So you know how we call the used to call the image. We used to write this part, get the image. We'll copy this part and paste it here. We should get the image also. Yeah. If I go back and go to any movies, every will have a different details. Okay, so tomorrow we will stylize this. We will add the ratings as well and some other stuff. For example, genre, and we will stylize this, right? Like keep the image here and rest of the data will come here. So tomorrow after completing this, I think we will be working on this search button. Whenever we search anything, it should go to a search page and that page should show our search results. So, yeah, it's working. So you can try and copy paste this same process for our upcoming movies as well. So just copy this code and see what the changes that you need, and you can implement this pagination part here in the upcoming page as well. And I will see why I was not getting this. Yeah, you can see that the height is uh, more here. I think there is some problem which I will fix it tomorrow by tomorrow. So that's it for today. If anyone have any doubts, you can share. Soumya, you are having a problem, you can share your screen.
Yes, yes.
Screen is not-
डिसेबल दिखा रहा है.
Okay, okay, yeah, I'm trying. First, let me stop share and then stop recording as well.